Anthony Hartwig here with a Ursuline boys basketball coach's corner with Keith Gunther. Coach, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Oh, thanks for having me. Sorry, I had to switch it up on short notice here. Work doing the work day, and just looking forward to hoops here real quick, and just glad I could join you guys today.
Be quick. We're all good. Let's start with just kind of a recap of last year. You know, things that you can take from last year into this year. I know you guys had an incredible season in 2022, 2023.
We had a great regular season. Probably I think we were the best in school history as far as regular season goes. Um, but we did not get where we wanted to as far as the tournament. We made it to the district final and lost to a really good Gilmore team, which they had been to Columbus the year before. But we felt like we dropped the ball with that game. We felt like we could have went a step or two further, and for us, it was not where we wanted to get to, which is hopefully going to inspire our guys that are coming back for this year.
When you're coming off a season like that, where you have like you said, a tremendous regular season, but tournament you fall a little bit short. What's the message this year of obviously trying to replicate the regular season, but not letting it end as early as it did last year?
Well, I'll be honest with you. The schedule we have, the regular season won't be the same. We've really beefed up our schedule, and that's one of the issues. I think our schedule just didn't take strong enough for us to be able to compete
Mm-hmm.
at that district final level. That team was really good. It played a lot of Columbus teams. They had played a lot of Cleveland teams, and when we got to that point, we were just I don't think we were ready, like we could have been or should have been prepared for that. And that's a coach's issue there. We should have had our guys better prepared. Than, but this year, we feel like with our schedule we have, with the guys we got coming back, and some of the young guys we have, that we can take that next step that we didn't take last year.
With the football team unfortunately falling on Friday night, you're about to get all your guys into the gym, and the guys that also play football are about to trickle in. So, what are
Right.
kind of the goals here in the next couple weeks before the first game actually tips off? What's on your coach's checklist?
Honestly, we feel like we probably have coming from football. We have a lot of freshman guys that'll be on the freshman team, a lot of JV guys, but we probably only have right now probably one varsity guy coming from football. So we're pretty much about 95% full strength of what we'll be all year. So fortunately for us, that we're in that position where just we didn't have a lot of guys that played football. We're pretty much full strength. The one guy that we're counting on to come from football is quite a name in the area right now is Devontae Taylor, and we just feel like, with the 8 or 9 guys we have already, that he could be a major contributor to the guys we already have. So we feel like we should be rolling right off the gate. We shouldn't have to wait. Usually when our football team goes deep into the playoffs, we're usually like thinking, okay, it's going to take us 4 or 5 weeks to get our fill. Unfortunately for us as a basketball team, we just didn't have a lot of guys that played football. So we feel like from day one that we should have our basketball field. We just got to get Taylor involved, get him to understand, he's coming from a different school. He's never played for me. Understand, how we play, the expectations of our basketball program. Obviously, he got that during football. They had a great season, a great winning season. Probably not as far as like Coach Reardon wanted to go, but once again, that's what we all do this for. We don't do it because we expect to win every year. We're coming to battle and coming to so there's going to be some years where you don't win, but what can you do as a coach to get it back and then take that next step like we're planning on this year?
Coach, let's go through that roster and meet those guys. I want to have like a meet the team segment where we go through all the big names that are going to contribute to Ursuline basketball this year.
So our main contributors of two guys, three guys that are returning. We have Jaden Payne, who's our big guy down low. We have Gino Lucini, who was our third leading scorer last year. We have Deshaun Will, was like our second leading scorer in that realm. So those are the three guys that are coming back, and they're really, really good guys that are coming. Then we have Miles Miller, who's a sophomore. We have Jared Kluznik, Coach Kluznik's son that was at South Range, who transferred in. And then most everybody knows we have three really, really, really good freshmen. Two have already been offered by Division I schools. One's going to be a collegiate basketball player too. So, those three young guys are really, really, really good. One of them just happens to be my son. The other one's James Ricardo and Noah Bell. So, with those guys and with the guys we have coming back, we feel like, once we start learning and take a few bumps here and there, those freshmen learning how to play with the upperclassmen, we have a chance to be really good.
All right, you already alluded to how much your schedule was beefed up this year, which
Yeah,
is scary because Ursuline usually has one of the tougher schedules in the area anyway. Let's
yeah.
bring up your schedule and the teams that you're obviously excited to play this year.
So our first two games are we're playing St. Joe's out of Buffalo. Then we play Devon Prep out of Philadelphia. Then we have Canfield. Then we go Harding. Then we go East. Then we go St. V. We have Massillon. We have state champs Akron Hoban on the schedule. So we've really, really we took it to another level. Last year's schedule was good, but we took it to a level where we feel like we need to be in some nip and tuck battle, where we're getting punched in the mouth a little bit and see if we can punch back. Those are the type of games we want to schedule for this year.
And then obviously those Steel Valley Conference games pop up on your schedule,
Yeah,
Mooney East and Cheney, and I know it's a small conference, but it's a good one.
it's a brutal one this year.
What
Mooney's gonna be good. Mooney's got everybody back. East, if you don't know, East has some guys that are going to be really good. East has some really, really good returning guys. I think they feel like they can make a push for the league. I know Kerry feels like they can push for the league. We're the defending champs. We feel like we can win the league. So, it's gonna be a tough conference this year, and it's gonna be a battle, which is the way we like it. I'll be honest with you. This is probably the first in a long time I feel like basketball is going to be really strong in our area. Canfield's going to be really good. We're going to be good. I mean, it's going to be great for the Mahoney Valley that basketball is back with a lot of strong teams.
you alluded to it earlier, you have a couple of really awesome freshmen. You have a couple of players that are coming from different schools that have to be
Yeah,
introduced to your style of coaching. What do
yeah.
you do with those freshmen and with those kids that are coming in? How do you introduce yourself and your philosophy to them? What are some of your ways of getting them ingrained into how you want to play basketball?
So the freshmen, they've been with us since the summer. Like I said, one of them is my kid, so he gets it. He understands. Jace Ricardo is coming in. He's 6'5", 6'6". Noah Bell is coming in. Those guys have already adapted to how we play. Like I said, Jared Kluznik, he's already adapted. The one guy who just hasn't had a feel for me or for the program is Devontae Taylor. Other than that, our guys have already bought in. They understand the expectations. They understand how hard we play. They understand that I'm not going to be like the rub your back kind of coach. I'm still old school, and our expectations are high, and we expect our kids to play every night hard, for their school, for their community. We expect great things, and expectations are high, and that doesn't change because we have three freshmen. That doesn't change one bit. Matter of fact, we probably are trying to raise the bar because those three freshmen, that sophomore, a couple other guys are really talented.
Your offense gets a lot of publicity. You guys can score. You have a lot of talent on the team, but I know you love defense. I know you have defense as the backbone of this program. How good can your defense be this year, Coach?
Actually, we can be really, really good. We've shown that in our scrimmages so far. We can really get after it. We can get up. We can pressure. And the one thing you said, that's the focal point of our program is defense. Yes, we can score the ball, but when you get stops first, then it makes it a lot easier for your offense to be able to get easy transition buckets or wide open shots. And we will play 9 or 10 guys, so we're going to press. We're going to get it up and down, and that's the style we're going to play because that's the team we have. I usually coach according to the personnel, and with the personnel we have this year, we're going to do a lot of running and pressing and getting after people.
When you look at your team and the roster, and obviously you've been able to have them together for a little bit now, if you had to pinpoint maybe one strength that you anticipate this team having, like one really big strength of the team, what would you kind of think it is right now?
Man-to-man pressure, and we can shoot the ball. We got some guys that can really shoot the ball. We got some guys that can score the ball, and then we have a dominant post player in Jaden Payne. Jaden's big, strong. He's probably the biggest guy in the area right now. So we have a little bit of everything. I don't know that we have a real weak area right now. We just don't. We got guys that can pass. We got guys that can shoot. We got guys that can defend, and then we have guys that can, that can bang in the post. We got some athleticism. We have size. It's scary. We have a little bit of everything. The only thing that of course we're missing is some of the younger guys, just the experience part of it.
Mhm. You just answered my next. I was going to ask you about the things that you want to work on this year, but like you just said, there's not a lot of holes in this roster right now. If you had to pick on one thing that you just think that maybe it's every team, no matter how talented they are, that you want to work on throughout the year and you want to see them continuously get better at, what do you think it is?
Camaraderie, because the new guys, they're just new, so they need to understand the camaraderie, and then be able to handle the games when it's nip and tuck, and we're playing like a St. V, or we're playing one of these bigger two schools. That's going to be our main focus, is to get these guys to understand how they have to play, the competitiveness they need to play with every night, and sometimes that's hard for young guys, because they have to be able to do it every night. Not, on our schedule, there's no like some games we can pencil in there and say, all right, we'll be able to relax a little bit tonight. That's just, we just don't have games like that on our schedule. So getting kids to be able to play every night, focus every night, and that's going to be one of our biggest things.
Coach, I want to give you the chance to also highlight your staff. We do this for every coach. You have a great staff behind you. We know you get the interviews and you kind of get the attention per se, but yeah, great people that are working with you, making this program what it is. Highlight your staff for us and tell us who you have working with you.
So right now we have Rob Malkovich, has been with me the last 5 years. We have Joe Ragazine, he's been our second or third year. And then we have Brandon Perkins, and that's our staff this year. We have one guy, his wife got pregnant, so she kind of put the kibosh on him coaching for this. So George Williams, but I know he's there in spirit, would love to be with us. So, hopefully we'll get him back here in the next couple years after the baby gets a little bit older.
George, well, congratulations on being a father, man. I know you're probably watching this, but sometimes life gets in the way of basketball, right?
It does, and that's sometimes the kids take focus more so than basketball, as they should.
Coach, one last question we have for you. We've been asking every coach that this year. It's kind of our theme of these season previews, and it goes back to the love of basketball. We have it because we broadcast it every night. You obviously have it because you've been coaching for so long, and the players that you play for, you have it because they're putting the time in for you. So where did your love of the game come from? Where are your kind of earliest memories of falling in love with the sport of basketball?
Just because I played for so long and for so many years, I've always loved the game, and it's always been a major part of my life. I mean, I tell my guys now, I don't remember a time where it wasn't important to me. From like sixth grade all the way through, I played collegiately at Ashland University, coached at La Brea in junior high, and I've been fortunate. This is my first head coaching job, and I've been able to be at this place for 20 years. So that's unheard of nowadays. I coached at the same place for 20 plus years. This is year 21. So I'm just super excited. And I'll be honest with you, I get I've been watching my kid play for since he was in diapers, and for me to get to coach with him, that's a fun task for me. That'll make it fun. I'll be honest with you, if my kid wasn't playing, I probably would have went and watched him. If he wasn't coming to Ursuline, I'd probably resigned and went and watched him play somewhere else.
Coach, let me ask you real quick. If we went back to year one of your coaching career, back when you first took the job at Ursuline, and told you were going to be there for 20 years.
No way in a million years I would have thought that. No way. Nope. But I'm a true believer in fate, and things happen for a reason. I'm very fortunate that I got to stay there. I think part of it is it was a plan for me to be able to be with my son and coach him. And, I think it's just going to be a great experience for both of us.
Coach, we love that you're here too. We love that we get to cover you. We get to talk to you every season. We appreciate the time. We look forward to the year. We wish you the best of luck.
All right.
And we can't wait to talk to you in real soon.
Okay. Thanks, my man.